welcome. Let us look at some questions from periodic table. Let us start with question number 1. Which of the following elements has a highest metallic character? Lower is the ionization potential, more is the tendency for electron to get removed. So, the Q which has lowest ionization potential is supposed to be most metallic. Electronic configuration of an element is given as 1s2 2p6 2s2 3p4. They want to know what is the atomic number of element just below it in the periodic table and what is its group number. First you look at the number of valence electrons 3s2 3p4 6. The ns2 np4 is characteristic feature of 16th group element. So below element also belongs to 16th group. The atomic number of this element is sum of all the electrons 16. Next element must have atomic number 16 plus 18, that is 34. So answer is 34 is the atomic number of next element and it is in 60th group like oxygen, sulfur, selenium. Now choose the S block element from the following. Always a S block element has either ns1 or ns2 electrons with no immediate d electrons in the below orbit. Also it should have immediate below orbit with completely filled p orbitals. See, first option is not correct, it is 3d54s1, it is chromium, it is a d block element because it has incompletely filled 3d orbitals with one electron in 4s1, it is not a S block element. The next element also has same problem. It has immediately filled 3d 10 electrons with 4s1. Incompletely filled 4s with immediately filled 3d electrons indicate it is a D block element, copper. Now obviously this is 4s1 3p6 below, it is a S block element. And the D is all of the above is wrong. So false statement for the periodic classification of elements. Statement A, the properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers is true. Statement 2, number of non-metallic elements is less than the number of metallic elements is true because non-metallic elements are 17, metallic elements are more than 80. First ionization energy of element does not increase regularly is true. At beryllium and at nitrogen in second period there is a high value than neighboring values. D subshell is filled by final electron with increasing atomic number in inner transition elements is wrong. In inner transition element, the n-2 f orbitals are progressively filled by last joining electron. So pick out the isoelectronic species, those which have same number of electrons. First fellow carbon has 6 electrons, 3 hydrogens have 3, 6 plus 3 9, plus charge means 1 electron is lost, so it has 8 electrons. Second fellow 3 hydrogens 3 electrons, 1 oxygen 8 electrons and 1 plus charge means you removed 1 electron, so it has 10 electrons. NaH3 7 plus 3 10 electrons, CH3 minus 6 plus 3 plus 1 10 electrons, therefore H3O plus ammonia CH3 minus all they have same number of electrons, they are in isoelectronic series. If there are 10 periods in the periodic table, then how many elements could this period can maximum comprise? The question is not grammatically correct, so let us ignore that damn question. That is not conveying any sense, nonsense. So let us go to next question, which is really sensible. Yep. Among the following species which are paramagnetic, that which have unpaired electrons are paramagnetic, and second group elements dipositive have no unpaired electrons, they are diamagnetic. Iron plus 3 has 5 unpaired electrons, it is paramagnetic. Cobalt plus is having unpaired electrons, paramagnetic. Sulfide ion has no unpaired electrons, it is diamagnetic. Lead Pb plus 2, it has no unpaired electrons, it is diamagnetic. So you can choose the right answer. Now let us look at question number 9 for example. Yep. Atomic radii of fluorine and neon in angstroms are respectively. You need not have to by heart these values. You should remember that neon will have only van der Waals radius because neon atoms are not having any bonds with other neon atoms, and fluorine is actually having a bond with another fluorine, and it is having a covalent radius. As a rule, covalent radius is less than van der Waals radius. So F must be smaller, neon must be bigger. Choose the answer which corresponds. A. Are we clear, sir? Okay, sir. Let us look at 11th question or 10th question. Which one of the following is the smallest in size? Always, positive people are humble, negative people are proud. Positive ions are small, negative ions are big. So this must be smallest. Which one of the following is correct order of increase in size? Increase in size, same rule is followed. That is, always positive ions are small in size, negative ions are big in size. Down a group, the radius will increase. Across a period, the radius will decrease. If you know that, you can answer this question. Obviously, Na plus is less than aluminum, that is less than magnesium, that is less than oxide ion. Can we see it, sir? No other match is agreeable. Okay. Then let us go to next question, that is question number 12, for example. The question number 12, can you see it clearly? Yep. The first ionization energy of sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon are in the order. If you plot the typical graph that represents the variation in ionization energy, you can identify that A is the answer. Always the second group element has higher ionization energy than first group and 13th group because it has fully filled NS orbitals. So the answer is A. And now if you look at question number 13, the first ionization energy of nitrogen and oxygen are respectively. You should remember that nitrogen has higher ionization energy because it has exactly half-filled p orbitals than oxygen. First value is more, second value is less. Whatever that shows, that is the answer. Answer is A. So let us go to some 17th question. Which of the following isoelectronic ions has lowest first ionization energy? Always, alkali metals have lowest first ionization energy. And if you are given ions, ion with more negative charge, it is already having tremendous repulsions between the negative charges. So it likes to lose electron easily. So in the given options O minus 2, it is very easy to remove its electron. And obviously Mg plus 2, it is very, very difficult to remove the third electron. Even in Na plus, it is very, very difficult to remove next electron. It is difficult to remove electrons from positive ions, easy to remove electrons from negative ions. More is the negative charge, much more easier it would be to remove electron. A large difference between the third and fourth ionization energy is possible for elements which are there in the 13th group. Because if they lose 3 electrons, they get near noble gas configuration. So it would be very difficult to remove fourth electron from them. So the element which has a large difference between third and fourth ionization energy must have 3 valence electrons. The second ionization energies of element are always higher than the first ionization energy. In any case, it is so because after removing 1 electron, you are making a unipositive ion, and the unipositive ion has more effective nuclear charge than the parent atom. So the cation is smaller, it enjoys more effective nuclear attraction than the parent atom. Hence ionization energy becomes greater and greater as you keep on removing electrons. And then, which is a true statement? If you read the statements, you can obviously see that larger is the value of electron affinity, easier is the formation of anion, must be true, because electron affinity is a measure for how much energy is released when an electron is added. If you are releasing more energy on adding electron, happily it will take electron. For example, Cl can happily take an electron, it has highest electron affinity. Now we are looking at question number 21. In 21, which of the following is the correct order of ionization energy? Again, this is same idea, there is nothing new in it. O minus 2 is having very low ionization energy required to remove electron, then F minus, then Na plus, then Mg plus 2. Same logic. And now, values IE1, IE2, IE3 of an element are given. From these values, what information do these values suggest? This data will convey a message. What, sir? If you carefully think, the element has 2 electrons in the valence shell, its valency is 2 because there is a sudden hike at third ionization energy value. That's what we can infer. So 23rd question, the electron gain enthalpies are given for fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. The less negative value of F as compared to that of Cl is mainly due to what? Obviously, the strong inter-electron repulsions, because the fluorine atom is very small, the added electron and existing electrons are undergoing serious repulsions. Those repulsions decrease the electron gain enthalpy of fluorine. So answer for 23rd question is A. Let us go to some more question. This is question number 30. Which of the following statement is wrong? Van der Waals radius of iodine is more than the covalent. That is true, always Van der Waals radius is bigger, 40% bigger than covalent radius. All isoelectronic ions belong to same period of the periodic table. Not necessarily. All isoelectronic species have same number of electrons. They may belong to different periods, no problem. For example, your Cl minus and your argon and K plus all have same number of electrons, but all they are not in the same period. So let us go to question number 31. They gave successive ionization potential values. So which element is indicated? We have seen this model question. Since there is a sudden hike at fifth ionization energy, it must belong to 14th group, so it must be silicon. And the reference to ionization potential, which one of the following sets is correct? Again, this is a common sense. See, boron is greater than lithium is greater than potassium, because in lithium, sodium, potassium, as you are going down, ionization energy is dropping. And always the first group metals have lower ionization potential than the second or third. So that's it. So let us look at some questions randomly. Okay, let us take some 61st question. Which of the following set of elements exhibit a positive and a negative oxidation state? Oxidation state appears to be a number calculated based on some principles which you know, and some elements can take positive as well as negative oxidation states. For example, oxygen is always generally -2 in H2O, but in OF2 it can be +2. Cl is generally -1 in ClO3, in for example HOCl, etc. it is positive. Hydrogen is usually plus, but in NaHK, HCa, H2, etc. it is minus. So the answer obviously is A. Answer is not B, because fluorine is always -1, lithium is always +1, beryllium is always +2, so on. And when I look at question number, say randomly we are not doing all the questions. Arrange fluorine, carbon, let us look at question number 65. Fluorine, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen in the decreasing order of electronegativity. You know, fluorine is most electronegative, followed by oxygen, followed by nitrogen, followed by carbon. You can work out, even you should remember the values. Fluorine is 4, oxygen is 3.5, nitrogen is 3, carbon is 2.5. Slightly there is a variation in electronegativity of carbon depend on its state, which we study in organic chemistry. So for these are some questions which we have looked at. Thank you very much.